right, today's video we're going to show you the 4-part process that we're going to take every one of our clients, including you, through to get you into this state of flow, to get you feeling superhuman, body, mind, state, spirit, all the above. The first thing we need to do is bulletproof the body. And 99% of people that come through the door are riddled with imbalances and just high-risk areas. So the way we look at the body, really simply, is we look at all major joints. We've got our shoulder, we've got our core, back, the deep core as well, your hip joints, knees, and ankles. Now the problem is most people have instabilities, lack of range of motion the whole way up. Even a lot of the guys that do a lot of weights and squat heavy, they hide all their imbalances around the ankles, knees, hips, core, and even upper body, same thing. You get people in a side plank, there's not a lot of stability, so it's why a lot of people are always injured. So the way we're going to bulletproof the body is we're going to need to use the mixing of modalities. There's no one modality that can work alone that could solve all the problems. So we're going to bring together breath, yoga, mobility, Pilates, and then we bring animal movement through as well, which leads us on to our lifting, which is also important. But what we're looking to do, let's just go through the modalities. The yoga, the way yoga is designed is we do this first as far as the movement practice goes. This is the best for mobilizing all the joints, getting you in that body-mind connection, that flow, loosening up, etc., etc. Really basic example, if I'm warming up for anything, and a lot of our flows is we're going to do a lot of unilateral stability. So if I go into a warrior 3, my ankles are actually pretty stable. Anyone new that hasn't done a lot of this work, their feet, knees, everything is, you're going to see the muscles going absolutely crazy because they're not used to A, being on, and they're not used to firing with any endurance as well. So once we do that through the body as part of our warm-up, incorporated in a yoga flow, you're going to start to have really strong ankles, knees, joints, the whole way up, and you're going to have that lot of stability. We're also going to start to use in yoga and through our mobility, we're going to work the mobility of and the range of motion of every joint. Most people through modern living are very tight around the ankles, hips, hamstrings, and around the shoulders, everywhere. So we're gonna work the whole body up in mobilizing. So a lot of the mobility work we do is kind of a combination of that rehab, prehab stuff you'd see a lot of physios do. And all we're doing is working all our ranges of motion, internal, external rotation, extending, flexing, etc. And most people really struggle with this. So we're gonna loosen up all the joints, loosen up all the muscles, and get strong, super strong around every major joint through lifting properly as well. So then we're also going to use a little bit of Pilates, and Pilates and yoga work really, really well together. Pilates is going to fix a lot of the problems that modern living causes. Nearly everyone has some form of overarch in their back because this is how we sit, this is how we walk, this is how we pose. Girls, some guys, this is how we lift, okay? And this puts all the pressure on the spine, turns the core off. Pilates is just fantastic at straightening all this up, getting strong through the full 360, all your weak points, and really fixing a lot of issues. And you're bringing us all together, we're starting to look good. My favorite one though is our animal movement. Now animal movement, people ask me, why is this so beneficial? Well, I'm going to tell you, the limitations with yoga, Pilates, mobility alone is it's very perfect, it's very rigid, it's very straight line, it's not how we move functionally day to day. And so animal movement is kind of blending those stretches, mobility exercises with real life moving, with a moving, twisting load. So in a duck walk, for example, which really loosens me up throughout all the major joints, and I'm also looking for that sense of finesse and softness, I'm going to just float between, I'm twisting and turning on one leg, on one knee. So my tendons are getting used to that twist, turn, all ranges of motion. We're down low, we're in control in our weakest range of motion, which is where most people have their problems. Another great exercise is, I love the lateral monkey because this, yes, we're good below our hips, but this transforms the way I move and feel and land with the body. So watch me when I do a lateral monkey, I'm getting this sense of control throughout the whole body to soften the load. So I'll really almost lower myself down with finesse and control. Getting a bit puffed here. Now what good is that going to do me? Well, it's going to change the way you land. Walk, run, I'm going to lunge with a lot more finesse and control throughout the whole movement. So that's how we're going to bulletproof the body. Then we move into our second phase of our modality or our workout, and we're going to turn you into the all-round athlete. We start that with our sports conditioning, which with our sports conditioning, we're going to get you to move in all planes of movement. You're going to be moving laterally, forward, back, 45, high, low, explosive, soft, slow and controlled. So just some examples. We might get you moving laterally plyo, and we're going to get you nice and bouncy, almost like a dancer, low impact mover. And we're going to start to do plyo, nice and soft. See how light I am on my feet because of the prep work I've done throughout the joints. A lot of people do plyo to get fit. They're all injured. Okay, terrible strategy. We need to be fit from the joints up to be able to get the benefits of plyo and move light, move with finesse. But we'll also do the complete opposite. We might go super slow and control, touch, deep range of motion, and then explode. So we blend together that yin, yang, power, finesse, control, and this is going to make you super athletic no matter your age. Then we moved on to the two lifting components, which is our strength and our sculpt section, which we'll sort of categorize together. And we're going to get you really strong and load the muscle, not the joint. Nearly everyone doing these crazy HIIT workouts with terrible form or overlifting in the gym, they're loading the tendons generally. And a classic example would be a guy at the gym trying to up his shoulders. He wants to progressive overload, get bigger, right? So he does weights too heavy, he leans back, he's bouncing. There's no tension. There's tension, release. My tendons are loaded here, my muscles off, my back's loaded, all kinds of problems. You're going to progressive underload with that model. How will change the way you lift? You're going to sacrifice some weight so the ego doesn't like it, but all the joints, back, longevity, the rest of your life will, is I might come up here with a single leg, forces the neutral spine now, gets my whole core active, and I'm working unilateral stability, and I might press and only come down to 90 degrees. 4, 3, 2, 1. See my muscle, tension, 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 tension. The muscle is loaded the whole time, and now I'm working the back, the whole shoulder. I'm going to build really wide, broad, strong shoulders. And if I want to overload to develop that muscular growth, I overload the muscle, not necessarily by weight, because when I do just weight, I risk injuring the body, which might make me look good for this year, maybe next year. But we want to be super athletic and live life to the max at 50, 60, 70, 80. I want to be surfing on a shortboard at 90, and with these strategies, I will be. So that's number 2. Number 3 is we're going to calm the mind, calm the nervous system, and get you to relax. Anxiety is sadly becoming a thing of the norm, so we use things like the breath, yoga, and meditation at the end of the workout to learn to calm the nervous system. Your breath will anchor your neurochemicals, your nervous system into a calm state. Nearly everyone breathes very shallow, very tense, and out quickly, which causes a stress, fight or flight response in the body. So we all breathe every minute, 10 times a minute, 15 times a minute. So if you're triggering every minute of the day a stress response, there's no wonder your life's tense. And you normally tense up your joints as well, and it kills your mobility, which is a story for another day. So we use over 15 different breath strategies to calm the nervous system, to relax, to let go, to let the mind go. And not only that, we're changing the way you breathe, changing your breathing patterns, which obviously changes your whole biology each day, every day. And there's a lot of spiritual power in this breath work, and it's running this energy through the body, healing, connecting with spirit, source, whatever you believe in. There is a magic to it spiritually as well. And with our meditations, we're using over 10 strategies to calm the mind, to get rid of that monkey mind. And there's the old saying, it's like, I'm too busy to meditate. Well, you need to go twice as long, okay? So if the mind's busy, it takes time to train. Don't get me wrong, when I started meditation, I hated every minute of it. My mind was running crazily. It was torture. And you get through that pain point, now it's the most blissful thing I do. It's like, oh, I get to turn the mind off. How good is this? Same with yoga. At the start, it's painful, it's challenging, and then when you hit that sweet spot, I crave doing my yoga every day. So that's number 3. Number 4 is we want you to feel the flow. When we open up the body, which stops a lot of the energy flow through our body, we're breathing, we're meditating, we're loose, we've got that control, we're strong, we're powerful, we're feeling good. Now we got you in the flow state. Now we got you just in control of your life. And the way we train the meditation to just let go, detach, connect with the forces of nature, of this universal energy, whatever you believe that is, and this is where the real magic lies. And not only are we making a physical transformation for people, but it's mental, it's spiritual, it's energetic. And if you do these 4 things and just stick with this process, if you really are a beginner, we're going to start you with our flow class, which is our beginner recovery class. If you're a little bit more experienced, you're going to have a balance. But no one should be training every single day with power hour because it's all yang, it's all compression, impact, tension, or ours is a lot more balanced than most lifting protocols. But you do still want to balance it with maybe 3 or 4 powers, 2 flows. So we'll explain that when you're in here. We'll be watching your body. We'll be looking over all your major joints. Our goal is to get you into this flow state, good in every range of movement, injury-proof body, feeling $1 million. That is our mission for you. Hope to see you in here soon.